Because I'm going to be heading off because tomorrow is my first day at work for the year.
Okay. Nice talking to you, Jay. Hope to see you again soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'll try to
It was nice.
stop by and again.
Yeah, I'm going to do these kinds of streams a bit kind of often, so feel free to drop in. And this server is going to be used for my streamer community once it's all set up. I just am stupid and don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I see.
Trust
So,
me, I've been
you know
doing
that-
this for like a year and a half with the Discord thing, and I still don't know what I'm doing sometimes.
So Jay, if you do know, I would appreciate help.
All right, maybe, yeah.
Have a good day.
Bye,
You
Jay.
too. Later.
So how was your work, by the way, Thunder?
Work was work. Neither good nor bad. I got all my Chris stuff in right before I went to work.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And looks like I have to adjust the size of the watch.
It's, the strap's too small?
The strap's too big.
Oh god. Tell me. That's why I don't wear watches, actually. Because every single time I've ever gotten a watch, I'd have to tighten it so much that it would give me, rashes, or, it would cut off the circulation to my wrist.
Yeah. Well, thankfully the watch came with like a tool for adjusting the size of the watch, and also an instruction booklet with English, thank goodness.
Oh, hell yeah. Hardly. I think Conoco realized that he has a huge English community.
Yeah.
So he pushed for that stuff. Because I remember a friend was in the Discord for his new game that he's working on.
Uh-huh.
And he was really shocked by how many people were asking Symphogear questions in English.
Ah.
And the really funny thing was, apparently all the questions with Symphogear were actually still relevant to Wild Arms and Arms Fantasia.
I mean, we know where the references come from.
Oh yeah, we do. Having played Wild Arms 4, it made me realize that Maria and Serena are basically a sort of apology to the siblings from Wild Arms 4.
Ah.
They're opposite situations.
Oh, so the younger one survived and...
Younger one survived and has a high affinity with the special weapon. The older one is very weak. The older one is very weak and has to use a special drug called Linker. Yeah, no, when I saw Linker show up in the VOD, unfortunately, which has been lost because I had my little stints before I archived it, you can hear me just go God damn it, Conoco! That said, that wasn't the weirdest thing that got ported over to Symphogear. In Wild Arms 3, one of the characters has a book that is literally the one that I think it's Miku finds in Symphogear Season 1, how to communicate with people. Or something like that.
Yes.
That showing up in Wild Arms 3 was oh my god. Also, Conoco is literally in that game. He's an NPC who gives you, what was it? He is he's an armsmith, so he upgrades your guns.
Ah, okay.
But he gives you, life advice. So it's, really, really funny.
I mean, I certainly find it funny.
Smelter.
But yeah, if you're gonna put yourself in a game as an NPC, at least don't make yourself too important. Just important enough.
Yeah. So I was happy they was in the game, but it's just a really funny thing.
Yes.
Fins and rock. Pots are basically better, easier to move berries. Ironically. No, because the way this game calculates density is really weird.
Go on.
Because every item has its own density. So some stones are very light, like jet. Others are heavy as hell, like lead, obviously. And because of this, you'd want to make weapons and tools out of certain materials.
Yes.
And it affects the quality of it.
Makes sense.
Right, I need to most frustratingly is whatchamacallit, having to make a good floor so that your soldiers don't hurt themselves when they're sparring, specifically with wrestling.
Yeah.
Because they throw each other, and your soldiers will never hurt each other in sparring, but the environment can.
Yeah.
So if they practice throwing with wrestling, then the throw won't hurt them, but landing on the ground it does.
Yes.
So you need to. So depending on your environment, different floors will have different amounts of pain, and then they'll need to go to the doctors.
Makes sense. In a weird way.
It does lead to some funny situations, though.
I would imagine so.
Okay, I'm just gonna make it temporary to go up top.
By the way, how is ARM Fantasia progressing along?
I mean, they said that it got it fully funded, and they said that it don't expect anything till at least like 2025.
Okay, that's understandable, and I'm glad they met their goal.
Yeah, no, they like met their goal in like a day.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure like the Symphogear fan base had a hand in that.
There's that, but also Wild Arms is a series people have been wanting back for a long time. Like, I remember when the mobile game got announced, everyone collectively groans that Wild Arms was doing that, but now that the director is back after he hadn't been involved in the series for quite some time, it's like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's make sure
Any idea if it'll be like fully voiced?
Yes. The Wild Arms 4 and 5 were both very heavily voiced.
That's good to hear.
So they absolutely are.
All right, what do you say is going to be the over/under for Symphogear cast overlap?
I imagine Aoyuki and Nanamizuki are going to be in it. And Ayagi Takagaki, the base 3 at the very least.
Yes, yes.
I would not be surprised if Yoko Hikasa dropped in. I would be surprised if Ai Kayano did. Because of the bit of controversy she got into a year or so ago.
I think I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, into the shrine.
Yep, that one.
Yeah. Not out of, like, malice that they wouldn't do it, but because, like, unfortunate reality of business, you know?
Yeah.
I can't give you anything, unfortunately. These guys, I don't have a industry going yet. Once that gets, is there a flip going on?
So yeah, after this, I'm definitely gonna spend some time adjusting this watch so it fits my wrists.
Oh yeah, I'm really happy you got that merch.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I finally am going to be getting merch from Last Origin, actually.
Oh?
It was a pain in the ass, but I had a friend figure out how to get a middleman for Korean merchandise.
Oh, that's right. It's like it's yeah. Last Origin is Korean.
Korean guy. Yeah. Because Ami Ami, it was up on Ami Ami, and he couldn't get it either. But so he found a middleman, and he's going to ship it to me. He's going to get it, then ship it to me, and I'll pay him back. They're just keychains though, so like not the most expensive stuff. No big deal.
Still, it's nice that you managed to get them.
Yeah. It's pretty much the only merchandise I can really afford these days.
Oof.
I'm not like broke, but it's like I'm trying to budget really hard.
Okay.
I'm only working part-time.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Yeah. Pillow forts? Fluff, what do you mean by pillow forts? Sorry.
I can't even remember the last time.
You made a pillow fort?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. You feel so old when it comes to pillow forts. I know, I'd make pillow forts all the time as a little kid.
Oh, those were the days.
Oh, when your guys go and wrestle. No, there's actually a very specific wood that you want to use in Dwarf Fortress for your floor, if you can find it. Let me find it. Dwarf Fortress wood. So you want the most dense wood, or the least dense good in the game. The top 5 are feather wood, which is something that only spawns in very specific biomes. Papaya, candlenut, kapok, and custard apple. Those are the 5 least dense trees in the game. So if your dwarves fall on it, it doesn't hurt that much, comparatively. The heaviest wood is something called bloodthorn.
Wow.
It's a fantasy wood.
Yeah.
It spawns in evil biomes, I believe. Oh, no, they spawn in the deepest depths of the caverns. They are relatively light, but very dense per log. Or light per log, but very dense. And as far as woods, if you drop on that, it fucking hurts. But what you really want to use for those sorts of traps is lead. If you use a lead as a drop trap option, it breaks their legs.
Brilliant
They
light
drop
and
like
great
2 legs.
power that can split the world in two.
It hurts.
I would imagine so from a wood called bloodthorn.
No, I meant lead. I meant lead.
Lead.
Bloodthorn, it's like 1/10 the density of lead. So, like, it hurts, but, like, it's manageable. You're not gonna, like, be breaking bones falling down 1 layer. Or in, like, a 1 or 2 drop. But lead, 2-layer drop will usually break the legs of most creatures, comparatively. Which, incidentally, there's actually a weird physics quirk where if you have a shield of a certain material and your character is a legendary shield user, because shields are interesting, because the quality of your shield, or the metal of your shield, doesn't matter for whether or what it can block. But if it does matter for striking. And if you have a very heavy material shield, it's treated as blunt damage when you attack with it. The heavy shield material is a artifact lead shield, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty bad 9 out of 10 times because it weighs a ton, but you can basically use it to block high drops.
Ooh.
You're carrying the world. It's the funniest shit.
Sounds like something Congo would do.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're actually right about that. That is a Congo thing. Ha ha ha, Kondashi! I am blocking the world with this wooden shield.
Ow.
Sorry,
Oh, hi, Odin. Don't.
Okay, I'm back. Did someone join the call?
No, no. It's just.
Okay.
It's just chat.
Yeah, no, I just heard something from the distance, so.
Yeah. Someone redeem throw something.
Oh, what? Oh, you're streaming too, right?
Yes.
Oh, what are you doing right now?
I'm just drawing.
Ah, okay.
Just taking forever because I am not an artist.
Tell me about it. I really need to get back on my, like, arts interests.
Same, but like, also I need to prioritize writing too.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on a fanfic for the last, like, year or so that I've been working on several fanfics for the last year or so, but the one that I'm talking about right now, has just been, like, on hiatus, progress block for a long time, because I have no, follow-through, unfortunately.
Alright. Okay, I'll admit, I'm an artist. I'm just not a fast artist. Or even a good artist. I'm an okay artist!
I'm in this weird thing where I'm not a terrible artist for how much time I invest in it, but I just I'm really bad at focusing and actually getting shit done.
Yeah, me too.
Like, also I tend to like oversell my goals is the other thing. Oh right, I just remembered because you're streaming I should turn on push to talk on my end.
Don't worry about it.
Well, also because it's kind of weird when my I can't remember what the program you use for Discord things when you're a VTuber, or the avatars is called.
Fugi?
Yes, that. It's weird when I'm not saying anything and it just like pops up sometimes. It like does the switch.
Oh yeah, well.
Like it's not a big deal, but just something I kind of want to fix.
Okay, that should work. Well, the hair here needs to be fixed. That. back here needs to be fixed too. Good enough. Oh my god, I spent so much detail on this belt. And then part of it's going to be covered up anyways.
This is Kamen Rider Ooze protagonist?
O's and Double. Well, it's just me and my Live 2D sibling Melinda dressed as the protagonists.
I see.
Yeah, I just noticed that like I have very similar hairstyle to the protagonist of O's. So I can see where people would see that. Also, I have like the actual physical belts here for reference to get all the details.
Oh yeah. How much are those DX belts, by the way?
How much did I spend it on? Okay, well, I don't know what the double driver was because that was a gift, surprisingly. The O's driver. How much did I pay for that? I gotta like hunt down the emails. Toe collectibles. The DX O's driver 10th anniversary was $88 US.
That is expensive.
Yeah. The CSM version would have been significantly more money.
The CSM version?
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man?
What is... I know it doesn't stand for CSM Kamen Rider stands for... I think it was like... Yeah, Complete Selection Modification.
Okay, so basically one that's actually surprisingly modular.
Yes. Aesthetically much more detailed than their DX counterparts. Typically engineered to mirror the show prop in an attempt to cater to the franchise's older audience. Much higher price and sold under the premium Bandai banner. It's also become a tradition for an actor from the show or film in which the toy originates from to appear in a commercial promoting said toy.
Of course it would be.
Yeah.
That's probably the most important thing for these things. Because, like, they're the Kamen Rider.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm astonished at how fast this game is actually saving compared to normal.
How long does it usually take to save?
It usually depends on the size of the save. It's like, if I'm normally doing a, whatchamacallit, 250-year worlds, it takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Damn.
Like, this game is not optimized for modern PC. So basically creating a save as an actual folder that you can edit.
Wow.
Which is like a super old thing that you don't ever see anymore. When I was doing a 500-year world, that was like a 7-minute save, and it took like 12 minutes to actually generate the world.
Wow.
The general recommendation is actually, if you want to keep your game's FPS from dropping, you should only do 50-year worlds. And like what is called a pocket-sized world, which is like only a single continent and maybe an island.
Ah.
And also like turn off weather tracking, because otherwise it's like tracking the weather for every part of the world.
Oof. Yeah. So I hope you got something to do in those 7 minutes that you're waiting.
Yeah, I'm not doing no one does 500-year worlds these days anymore. Like, as fun as they are, they can get kind of crazy in a way that's almost restrictive.
Like, give me an example of the crazy stuff that would happen.
The last time I generated a 500-year world, the world was legitimately so evil that there was almost no place you could spawn without entering an evil biome.
Wow. Yeah, that does sound pretty restrictive.
Story-wise, the world was so losing the battle against evil that every civilization had a necromancer leader except for, like, 2.
Oof.
At least as far as dwarves go. There were a few good elf civilizations left, and one human civilization had still managed to survive uncorrupted by evil.
Hell yeah, humans!
Goblins overran the world as well.
Well, we know who to call in that case.
Soka.
Wait, isn't Goblin Slayer getting a second season? I think I heard something about that like a week ago. I haven't confirmed it.
Yeah, sorry, it's got announced yesterday. I'm not a Goblin Slayer fan. Fire is a huge one, but it's not a matter of like me disliking it like a lot of people. It's just like I don't think the anime was a good adaptation from what I read of the manga and light novel. It, like, misses a lot of the impact of a bunch of scenes, in my opinion.
Ah.
And like Fire agrees, kind of agrees with me saying that it lost some of the impact in the anime adaptation, but it doesn't bother him as much.
Yeah, wasn't like Niku's voice actor in Goblin Slayer?
Yes. Yuka Iguchi?
Yes.
You mean?
Yes. That's the one. I think she was Cowgirl.
No, she definitely wasn't Cowgirl. Cowgirl was the girl who voiced Yui and K-On! Oh, wait, never mind, you're right. It was Iguchi. I was thinking of a different show then. Cowgirl is really cute, and it, like, I don't think I've ever seen a childhood friend character actually fit the protagonist as much, and was hoping that they got together because of how good their chemistry is. Even if other characters are pushed as a love interest harder.
Yeah, I can't think of any other, like, prime examples of that.
Well, there's Miku. Well, no, not really, because Miku was always the primary love interest for DBD. And they could never push anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so hard to imagine anyone else.
Yeah, there was one Shonen Jump manga a while ago. The Uragi's in Ghost. The one with the ghost girl in the hot spring inn.
Rings a bell.
Yeah, the anime was really bad because it like amplified the ecchi shenanigans to like an annoying degree.
Mm-hmm.
So it like tried to be too Loveru in the anime.
Yeah.
And the ghost girl won, and she turned out to be a childhood friend fox girl ghost. What a combination.
Just reminds me of that bit from, I think, Welcome to the AHK, when they're trying to make, like, the ultimate moe girl.
That is still one of my favorite bits in a comedy show.
Yeah, just mashing all of these, like, stock moe tropes into one character.
Yeah, just like see how much you could get away with that joke.
Yes. Speaking of anime, is there any good ones coming out this season? I haven't been really keeping up to date with that.
Yes, but unfortunately, I cannot recall any off the top of my head. So let's actually tab out while my characters are hauling shit and look at that on the stream.
I mean, I see Trigun Stampede. I mean, that's certainly got to count for something, right? also see Nier Automata. Well, if there's nothing else, then I can probably get around to finishing Vivi Fluoride's Eyes song. Which I started watching shortly after Anime NYC ended.
Oh wait, hold on, there is one show I can actually strongly recommend. Hopefully it's well adapted, but Ningen Fushi no Bokensha Tachi ga Sekai wa Tsukuyo desu. The adventurers have given up on humanity, will save the world. When a bunch of... Basically, it's about a bunch of, like, people who feel like they're outcasts because they were all kicked out of their adventurer parties. They all get drunk and meet up at a bar one day by pure happenstance and decide to form up an adventurer party. I will do my squats in just a moment, troop. And this adventure party has a few rules that they won't deal with whatever their personal vice is, and they all have to have a different aspect to parts of their treasury coffer. And it turns out that all these people who basically discovered or came to the conclusion that friends are stupid all realize, actually, no, the power of friendship is the coolest thing ever and lets me kick all sorts of ass. They also get like a magic sword that lets them henshin.
Okay, I'm sold. That's all you had to say.
The main character, he's into idols. One of the girls is into is a gambling addict. Another one of the party members is a mage girl who is a no, the gambling addict is a mage. They have a heavy knight dragon girl who is a glutton, and the last person is a priest who got kicked out of his church because he kept going to hostess clubs.
I mean, somewhat understandable.
Oh, no, like, the reasons, aside from the Dragon Girl, they all kind of have understandable reasons for why they were kicked out of their groups. The main character basically was a tryhard in an adventure party that didn't really have high aspirations, and also he got cut. The Dragon Girl was left for dead in a group, in an adventure, so they could save their own hide.
Yeesh.
The girl was a prodigy, mage, and it turns out her fiance was like had a massive inferiority complex about it, so he called it off and started seeing someone else.
Damn. And
the priest, as mentioned, was a priest who was expelled because he kept going to host clubs or hostess clubs.
Yeah.
Having a bout of depression where he questioned his faith.
Oof. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I'm reading the synopsis on my anime list. So yeah, the main guy got kicked out for quote-unquote embezzling.
Yeah, obviously he was framed because
Yes.
the girlfriend he had was like awful. And like, unlike a lot of kicked out of the party shows or stories, this one feels like really honest. It's like, it's not, they don't care about getting revenge. Like, that would give them emotional closure, and they're not the kind of petty person like Shield Hero where it's like, I want to see this person squirm. It's more like, I want to beat them. I want to beat these people and show that I can be successful without them kind of closure. the sort of like the best way of revenge is living your life kind of deal.
Success is the best revenge.
Yeah, that's basically what they all want. Except for the priest, he's just kind of like apathetic about the idea of revenge because he still does adhere to his religion. He just is like shitty at it and got kicked out of the church is all. But the little Shota you see in the promo image is actually the magic sword that they have.
Oh.
And they, in order to hide the fact that they found a legendary weapon, the sword is projecting a artificial body. Who they claim is an orphan they adopted.
Yeah, I love success is the best revenge stories. I mean, the backstory of Final Fantasy X is basically success is the best revenge because, like, it's a group of 3 outcasts beating Sin.
Yeah, a disgraced monk, a priest, summoner who married an Albed, and a guy claiming to be from the Holy Land.
Yes, that is precisely it.
Yeah, that was the exact words from Braska, I think, in one of the Jack Spheres.
Yeah, it was like
I love Final Fantasy X so much.
A fallen summoner who wed an Albed, a drunken man from Xanargan, and a warrior monk doomed to obscurity for refusing the hand of the priest's daughter.
And that refusing the hand turned out to be bullshit, because apparently, according to that stupid audio drama, he has a daughter.
Huh.
We don't talk about the audio drama. It's really bad.
I didn't even know there was an audio drama.
If you get the HD collection of Final Fantasy X, it has an option to listen to the audio drama, which was bundled with the international version.
Ah. Yeah, I was just playing the vanilla PS2 version.
Yeah, I highly recommend getting the HD versions because it has a bunch of stuff that we never got, like the Dark Aeon fights. What else was there? You also get like the true ending of Final Fantasy X-2 called Last Mission, which is Yuna, Riku, and Pain going on a dungeon crawling adventure one last time before they break up the Gullwings, because they just like they still get along and are friends, but they just don't feel the same spark of adventure anymore.
I have yet to play 10-2.
10-2 was absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it.
Alright, if I can get my hands on it, I will do that.
It's a very contrarian opinion, though. Final Fantasy X HD tend to go on sale on Steam and PS4 store decently often, so just keep an eye. I'd say add that to your wish list.
Alright.
Hell, I can even give it to you right now. I have a $200 Visa.
Wow! Okay, shit.
I'll add you on Steam later.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my dad gave me a $200 Visa, and I just don't know what to use it.
Well, damn, way to go, Dad.
I get money for Christmas every year, but I mentioned that I don't really use hard cash. I usually just put it in my bank, because I don't shop with that large amount of money in my pocket.
You really shouldn't, anyways.
Yeah, I don't have a car, and I don't go shopping for big, expensive things, and I just use my debit card anyway.
Yeah, well...
So, prepaid Visa this year.
Yeah.
And I've got gift cards before. I would have gone a gift card normally, but it's like, I don't go anywhere. There's nowhere to shop that uses the gift cards I go to. I use them.
Yeah. I mean, I would say use a credit card and build up your credit.
Oh, I do, but I actually need to start paying my credit card bills.
Yeah.
I've been falling behind due to what's made me stop streaming for a while. And I'm slowly building that back up. Apparently, though, my credit score is still pretty good, which I find really odd.
I mean, if it works, right?
Yes, but it's like you just kind of expect, like, after being bad at paying your credit card bills, that you would, you know, go back to, you'd have a crappy credit score.
Yeah, I would think that too. So that is kind of surprising now that you mention it.
I mean, hey, not that I'm complaining.
Yeah.
Well, it's I know that I do pay, and I am normally good at paying it all back.
Mhm.
I just haven't, and it's always been like small amounts that I haven't paid back if I do forget. But this time I actually have, it's gotten a little bit large, so I need to get back on that.
Yeah, speaking of video games, I think I'm going to start playing Chaos Legion on stream next week.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Let's see. It's a Capcom game made for the PS2. The quote on the back, I shit you not, says, "If you love Devil May Cry, you'll love Chaos Legion." Quoted by PSM Magazine.
Let's see what this game is rated.
T for teen.
No, not that kind of rated.
Oh.
So apparently the PC version is really bad.
Well, good thing I got the PS2 version.
Yeah. God, do you remember when they still made PC games in boxes? Like
StarCraft.
StarCraft? Like, I still have the orange box on my shelf, like the actual case.
Wow.
So it seems that, like, generally this game is rated about a little bit above average. Literally around the spot of DMC1.
I mean, yeah, I think this shortly came out after DMC1.
And then DMC2 came out shortly after that.
Yeah, I watched Fire play that, and it was certainly an experience watching that.
Fire is such a powerful person to stream that game yearly.
I mean, I skipped it partially because it's a joke, as a joke, but also because I couldn't find it.
Yeah, you know what's really funny? It's actually on the Switch.
Oh dear.
I think the entire DMC 1 through 3 are on the Switch, actually.
Wow. It's like, I wouldn't know. I think all I use my Switch for is like for Ring Fit. That's it.
Switch has a fair few good games that I could recommend, but it's just been like so long since I touched my Switch. I really should get back to Ring Fit, but it's just I can't find my ring.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, well, if I find it, I'm definitely gonna get back to doing Ring Fit at least like an hour a day.
Yeah,
Try it.
I've been doing that for a couple of years now. It's helped. I think I just need to add more exercises outside of Ring Fit to really get going.
Yeah, I try to do like 50 squats a day, at least. I actually am pretty good about that. It's like flexibility is my big physical concern. Like, I can't touch my toes, as an example.
Yeah, touching your toes is pretty hard. I can't do it either. Like as a kid, I remember one time I could. Now, nah.
It's entirely just my legs that are inflexible. It's my shoulders. I can like go. I can like touch the back of my body. I can very easily, but it's just like I can't stretch my hamstrings or the upper back of your leg.
Yeah, like the arm things. Like I can like barely do the Okuyasu thing that Kongo mentioned a long time ago.
Yeah, I can do that super easy. Like my arms are super flexible. I used to be a monkey when it came to climbing as well, but like ever since I want to say 2004, I got like really stiff in the legs.
Yeah, I'm just opening up the box. I'm like, I wonder if the Capcom hint line still works.
The Capcom what?
The Capcom hint line. I guess.
Oh.
I guess.
I vaguely know it. It's kind of like the old Konami code.
Yeah.
But for Capcom, I never played Capcom games as a kid, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just the number is printed right on the disc.
I see. Oh, like a hotline.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now I'm remembering. AVGN talked about that in one of his old videos.
I almost want to like try the number as a joke after stream.
I'm pretty sure it's no longer a thing.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. I mean, the Space Jam website was up for a ridiculously long time.
I think it still is. It's just inoperable.
It's like, what year did it come out? Space Jam? 1996.
Oh, way older than I thought.
Yeah. '96. Damn. $16 years, I want to say. Or is it 26 years? 16.
It would be 30 years in 3 years, so it's 27.
Oh.
We're going to 27 soon.
Yeah, Space Jam is way past the age of drinking.
Oh yeah, it's old. It's older than Pokemon.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I have taken a stance when it comes to arguing with people. If you're younger than Pokemon, I will not listen to you.
mean, that's a pretty good rule to follow, if we're being honest.
Some people have it on the stance of, if you're younger than the DS, I will not listen to your opinions on video games. Which, to be fair, that is going on like 19 years.
Yeah. I think it was like Vales who said like her first handheld was a DS. It's like, oof. That did mental damage to me.
What's a JBA?
That was just twisting the knife for me.
That one gave Fauna psychic damage. Oh wait, no, when Callie was going like, hey, have you guys listened? Or when she was getting really mad that none of them listened to My Chemical.
Yeah, MCR.
That one gave me psychic damage. That one hurt.
Like, not listening to them is one thing, but did they at least know who they were? Because there were a lot of bands from that time that I didn't listen to, but at least I knew about them. I knew who they were.
I forgot to say, no, they didn't recognize them at all.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, for Callie, she almost got up and left the podcast because of how much pain or psychic damage they inflicted upon her.
Yeah, I probably would have too.
Yeah, like, you could feel the agony. And, like, she called... Bay and Iris called MCR old people music.
Oh! That's terrible!
That is what got Callie upset the most.
Yeah, I think I saw like a meme image of that, like Iris and Bay being like, who's MCR? Like, next podcast, it's just Callie and Fauna.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now I think about it, like, I've been watching Corpo stuff, like, less and less nowadays.
Kinda same, but in my case, it's usually because the ones I generally watch are never on when I'm available. Like, and also the Hollow EN person I watch, she has been absent for a long time, so...
Ina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only she's back in a week, I think?
I think so, yeah. I think January 8th?
Ina's back!
Wow.
Oh, Ina's back. I remember when people were like posting that in her regular art tag.
Yeah.
And
She's like,
please put an SFW tag if you're going to do that.
she's like, I remember the tweet. She's like, what happened to my art tag? Oi!
Yeah. I remember Juniper had something happen to her fan tag as well, and she was really pissed about that. Moon Apostles got co-opted by an NFT group.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't think my tag ever got hijacked. In fact, like, I did some research beforehand. It's like, alright, is anyone using this tag for anything? Nope. Mine now.
Smart researching the I remember that's what actually happened with Ame. With her fan base at first. She wanted to come up with a fan name, and it was originally going to be Holmies, but that wasn't, because that wasn't what people who were happy about that one mass shooter at the Dark Knight was. I think it was Dark Knight at least.
Ah. And then it got changed to Teammates.
Yeah. Same, and then you have Gura, whose fan base changed because everyone liked Shrimp more than Chumbuds.
Yeah.
You know, I actually was one of the people who, before she debuted, was like, if she doesn't go with a name like Chumbuds or something, I'm going to flip. And technically she did for like 2 weeks.
Yep. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I did grab an Ina shirt, like, at the HoloLive booth when I went to Anime NYC.
Oh, hell yeah. God, I really wish I could go to cons, but I just, like, don't want to go with my dad, because he's always been my ride to these things.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, none of my friends live anywhere near me, and I don't want to spend, like, plane tickets to go to, what is it, in Santa Monica, I think it is? AX?
I thought AX was in LA.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with my locations.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you got the state right at least.
Yeah. Oh, I did?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both in California.
Okay, so I thought LA was actually a state.
Oh. I mean,
I'm bad with American geography.
that's understandable considering, like, the sheer size of LA. I can get why you would make that mistake.
It's still kind of embarrassing.
I mean, you're not American, so it's easy to forgive that. Like, if you asked me to name all 50 states, I wouldn't be able to.
God, I'm still kind of weirded out by how many states the United States has, to be honest. Like, why 50? Well, I mean, I know why historically, but still.
It's a lot.
Way too many.
I mean, I have enough trouble remembering, like, the states and not the states, the provinces and territories, and that's like, what, 13, 14 total?
Yeah, I'm okay with provinces and territories. I'm really bad at, like, remembering where they are geographically. I only consistently forget PEI.
Yeah, because like it's all the way out there in the east.
Yeah, but the only people who really remember PE are Japanese people.
Is there like a particular reason for that?
Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Anne of Green Gables house, they have a tourist photo section.
Uh-huh.
And 90% of them are Japanese tourists.
Wow.
Like, it is one of... The city of the Anne of Green Gables house is the most busy province for tourism in PEI.
Yeah, but is there a reason why the Japanese specifically like that so much?
There was a very popular anime for it.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's one of those classic children's shows, basically.
Ah. Yeah, I think like the last time I saw anything Anne of Green Gables related was like back in elementary school. It's like I vaguely remember the general gist of the story.
I've never engaged with Anne of Green Gables, if I'm being quite honest. Like, I didn't even really know what it was until relatively recently, to be honest. Or, so, in terms of, like, my life. Oh yeah, we started talking about Anne of Green Gables because of provinces and territories. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out, like, how do we reach this thread?
Yeah, because how... No, everyone forgets about PEI! And that started because I didn't realize LA was a state.
Yeah.
Was not a state.
It's actually just a very large city.
Now that I think about it, I do recall seeing LAPD in some police procedural shows, so oops.
Alright, now that I'm thinking about it more, there's probably like some justification how you could make that mistake. I mean, like in terms of baseball, basketball, and football, they have 2 official teams.
Oh god, they do.
Yeah.
Don't they? I don't pay attention to sports, so...
Yeah, the only exception is like for hockey, where they only have 1 team.
I mean, they are a California city, so it'd be weird if they had more than 1.
Oh, there's a lot of like California teams in like multiple sports, like. All right.
Yeah, but for specifically hockey, I mean.
Yeah, but let's see: Los Angeles Kings, San Jose Sharks, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. That's already 3.
Didn't the Mighty Ducks have a TV show?
Yes, they did.
Wasn't it really bad?
The cartoon, I like the cartoon.
Yeah, I just can't remember it, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the movies were like about like actual kids playing hockey.
Yeah, I remember that much at least.
But yeah, Los Angeles isn't the only one that gets like the 2-team privilege. I think New York also does.
I see. Well, New York is the state. So nice. They named it twice.
Yeah. The city.
But wait, isn't New York City not in New York?
No,
Or am I...
you're thinking of Kansas City.
Right.
That one trips me up too.
But New York City is not the capital of New York, if I remember.
I believe so. It's some weird bullshit. Like, let's ask Google, what's the capital of New York State? Albany.
What the fuck is Albany?
It's where they use the expression steamed hams.
Oh, right.
Remember when that was like a huge internet phenomenon?
I mean, people still joke about it, is
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
Like steamed ham, but X.
I still love steamed ham jokes.
Yes.
They're so funny at how creative people can be with it.
I think my favorite one's got to be like steamed ham, but it's a chapter of Ghost Trick, and the amount of effort that went into that.
Did steamed hams, but Umineko.
Oh, I believe that. Like steamed hams was Ace Attorney, steamed hams but it's Metal Gear. Steamed hams but Chalmers gets to see Aurora Borealis.
I love this stupid meme.
Those are the best kinds of memes. And like, I only learned recently that like Chalmers had a daughter.
Yeah, that was in the seasons where Simpsons started to decline, I believe. So like, it's pretty understandable that a lot of people would forget about or not know about that, because those episodes don't get talked about nearly as much as you would expect, unless like it was a celebrity cameo or something.
Yeah, I think they started to go overboard with the celebrity cameos.
It's really weird how Jack Black's actually a semi-regular celebrity cameo, and they don't like make the episode about him because he voices comic book guy's rival.
I didn't even know Comic Book Guy had a rival.
Oh yeah, comic book guy had a rival, and also he's married now.
Oh.
It's one of the few 12 things that's changed. He is married to a lady, and they adopted a kid, if I'm remembering right. No, he married a single mom was his thing.
I mean, good for him.
Yeah, no, it was just like this really surprising character thing that they did with him. So, because like he's actually gotten a lot of character development from what I understand of the recent seasons.
As in, he started being less of an asshole?
Oh, he's still an asshole, but like they have gone a lot in depth and like dialed some of it back while still like keeping true to his character. Like he's the least Flanderized character at the moment.
Which is odd because that's where the term came from.
No, Flanders would be.
Yeah, the show is where the term came from.
Yeah.
Like, all things considered, I wouldn't mind having a pre-Flanderized Flanders as a neighbor.
Oh, totally. Hell, I don't even think he's that bad these days. It's just like he's not the same character because the original joke was that he was like an overly nosy neighbor, and then he turned into a religious person. But they've dialed some of that back. I know that. He was dating Mrs. Krabappel before her voice act, and he married her before his before Mrs. Krabappel's voice actress passed away.
Ah.
And that's why every few episodes they do a bit with Bart's class, and they get a celebrity cameo as his new teacher.
Interesting. Yeah, I think the most recent episode I watched was like this year's Treehouse of Horror. And it was just for the Death Note homage.
Yeah, that I actually heard pretty decent things about. I actually watched it and I thought it was okay. The Treehouse of Horror has been pretty bad for a while, but that was a decent episode. God, all this me talking about how Simpsons has good moments makes it sound like I actually watch Simpsons.
At the very least, you probably hung out with people who watched a lot of Simpsons back in the day.
No, I used to watch a lot of Simpsons was the thing. I just like fell off because I thought the seasons were getting bad and I was the only one in my groups that watched it. Everyone moved to Family Guy.
Oh.
So yeah, you can understand why some of my information is a bit weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it ever like brought up that like Homer canonically owns the Denver Broncos?
I would not know that specific detail because I didn't even realize he does.
Yeah, it was from the Hank Scorpio episode.
You know, I actually completely... I know that's one of the classic episodes, but I barely remember anything about it. Because I think I only ever watched it once and it never aired. Simpsons fought with me watching shit on Bionics at the time, so...
Ah.
Fortunately, I missed a lot of the good episodes of Simpsons when it reran.
Yeah, but the general gist of that episode is like Homer talks to his like new boss about like how his dream is like to own the Dallas Cowboys, and like through other happenstance, like his boss ends up like taking over the West Coast, and it's like, well, I couldn't get you the Dallas Cowboys, but I got you the Denver Broncos instead.
Right.
So in a way, I guess that also like serves as a pseudo justification for all like the Simpsons like international travels and being able to afford all this expensive shit because Homer owns the Denver Broncos.
That'd be a pretty nice little headcanon.
Alright, so I'm checking out the stream. It's like, what exactly do you do in Dwarf Fortress?
Try to make sure things aren't dying, and right now I am almost about to flood my fort like I normally do. I need these aquifers right now. Aquifers are a really useful source for clean water.
Mm-hmm.
But they tend to flood your fort if you're not careful.
So would you say Dwarf Fortress is like a crisis management game?
Yes, that's actually a pretty good way to describe it. Like, if you are into, like, things like RimWorld, where you're trying to maintain a colony or a civilization, it's a pretty good game. If you have ADHD, this is also a pretty good game because it helps you focus. It lets you... It's basically Minecraft on crack. People of like creative engineering solutions to things.
Yeah, that description certainly puts it into context.
Yeah, like Minecraft is actually explicitly inspired by Dwarf Fortress.
Man, watching this is like, this game goes really fast.
Yeah, it's gonna slow down eventually, because as the population size increases, your game slows down. Right now, I'm trying to establish a room to be a hospital, but as you can see, I am flooding things. Like, there is a way I can deal with this, but it's also just like a huge pain in the ass. I can just like build walls to stop everything, but
I assuming that's not your style?
It is. It's what I normally do, but it takes such a long time and it wastes a lot of materials and it's kind of slipshod. Smoothing the walls of stone as you go down is what most people do.
Mm-hmm.
Because smoothing walls also raises the value of your forge.
Ah, okay.
So you just smooth the walls you're going to go through, and then dig further. But I might actually have to wall up.
Yeah, that was a lot of water droplet icons I saw on the stream. I assume that's bad.
Those are aquifers, meaning it's going to leak.
Oh, okay.
Or it needs damp stone, so it's going to leak water if you break it. Which isn't inherently a bad thing, because you can actually use this water. There's a lot of tricks you can do, but it's also kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, which is why I'm like a little bit frustrated that I'm flooding this. I just need a few more bits of wall, and then I can make this into a hospital.
What else do you need to do for your hospital?
You need a clean source of water, you need to get plaster for casts, splints, thread, and put down some beds, traction benches, and a table.
Sounds about right.
And the reason why I'm flooding this fort at the moment by accident is because I'm trying to breach an aquifer so I can make a, whatchamacallit, I can get a well. An underground well. That way, I have a clean source of water.
Yeah, that's definitely important for a hospital. Oh yeah, did you ever finish the tier list?
I did not, because it is saving very quickly. I'm going to be going for a while, so don't worry about it too much.
Okay.
So hopefully after I lock this up, it should be good once these walls are all sealed. Controlled flooding isn't that bad of a thing because you can actually make use of some of the excess water, but this is not a controlled flood.
god, seeing all those numbers, it's like Minesweeper.
Yeah, that's the depth of the water. Anything below 7 is fine, basically.
Is 7 like the maximum depth of the water, or just the danger level?
At 7, that means they will drown.
Ah.
So I think I had screwed up a bit too much. So I'm going to wall this off and like abandon the project. I can drain this out, but it's like just a little bit tedious is all.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I need to use something called a screw pump.
So I'm guessing, like Minecraft, there's no like set in stone end goal, right?
There is no end goal. The motto of this game is that losing is fun. Like, at some point, all forts will fall. Like, that's an unavoidable thing, unfortunately.
Oh.
But the trick is that you just gotta find out how to deal with that. Try and prevent it as much as possible. As you said, it's a bit of a crisis management game.
Yeah, I do remember you saying that shit can get pretty fucked.
Yeah, I've talked about it already a bit, but one of my first forts in the Steam release was that I had a goblin die in front of my fort, and everyone was trying to figure out what to do with it, and even though they were supposed to dump it in the corpse pile, and they started arguing about it, and until they died of starvation. And then these other dwarves saw the dead dwarves and started arguing about who did it, until they died of starvation. Until eventually, only one starving child was left.
That sounds like something that would happen in The Sims.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, was it something that could have been prevented, all that arguing until they died, or was it something out of your control?
A bit of both. I was just not smart enough to figure out why they were doing it, but it turns out I just didn't have proper designations set up, and that was the issue. Like, I didn't designate a proper spot to dump the body because I mismanaged my controls.
Oh, okay. How many floors does your fort have?
So my fort starts at elevation -2, and the lowest area it goes to right now is -20.
Wow. So it's like all underground?
Primarily, yeah. This is a seaside fort, so I don't really have a mountain to build with.
And I assume you don't go above ground often.
I don't want to, but you actually do go above ground quite a bit in this game, either to gather materials or just, like, to fight invaders, which you get a lot of. This is the happiest fort I've ever had, if nothing else. Because if dwarves aren't happy, they cause problems.
Oh. I mean, that sounds like people in general.
Oh yeah, totally. But they do what is known as a tantrum spiral.
Oh.
Where one dwarf can basically cause a cascade of problems.
And I assume there's ways to deal with that.
Yeah, keep your dwarves happy. Yeah, keep your dwarves happy. What just happened right now, that little noise, if you have the audio on, is called a strange mood. A dwarf will go into a little cupboard or a cabin and basically lock themselves up until they create something. But you have to provide them the materials. If you don't, then they go insane.
Oh.
And you can't cure insanity. You can cure depression, but not insanity.
And how do you cure depression in this game?
You keep them happy.
Okay, so it's more of a prevention than a cure.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, like you said before, there's no way to deal with insanity, right?
If a dwarf goes insane, then they're basically dead. And depending on the type of insanity, then you have problems. There is a melancholy, stark raving mad, berserk, and catatonic. Catatonic is the one you're generally most happy about. Melancholy is actually spreads depression to other ones. Stark raving mad interrupts your build orders, and berserk, the bastard, will cause fights and try to hurt people. So the one you want most is like catatonic, because like they can't hurt anyone.
Yeah. Can they go insane even if you keep them happy?
Only if they are happy and get into a strange mood that you fail to complete. Like if they get in like the strange mood or strange moods, if is basically a minus 1,000 bit of happiness.
Oof.
If you complete a strange mood, on the other hand, you get about 1,000 points of happiness, and it is very difficult to lose that. They're basically happy forever if they complete a strange mood.
Ooh.
And if they complete it, you get a really good item called an artifact, which can be anything. Ideally, you want something, a weapon, because a weapon can be made of odd materials. Same with armor, if they get put in a strange mood. Like one of the best weapons they can make from a strange mood is a platinum warhammer, because you can't make weapons out of platinum normally. And platinum is the heaviest, one of the heaviest usable metals that doesn't make you massively encumbered, like lead, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And dwarves also like holding fancy items, so platinum is also just a good weapon for that as well.
So it's a mood booster as well.
Yeah, if a dwarf is holding it. And if they pass by an artifact that's on display, it gives them a happy thought, which makes them happy.
Nice.
That's actually one of the benefits of controlled flooding your fort, because dwarves don't like being caught in the rain, but they love being near waterfalls. You can use flooding to make those. And the little mist that comes out makes them very, very happy. I joked about this with fire, but like, who doesn't enjoy being doused by the pleasant spray of the morning mist of a waterfall? I
mean, I like it, but like the closest waterfall to me is like...
Or like the ocean mist, for
Yeah.
example. Things.
The nearest waterfall is like a 2-ish hour drive away from here. And the ocean even more so.
That's unfortunate.
I see you got a well somewhere. There it is. I assume the hospital is progressing nicely.
Forgetting to hit push talk. Yeah, the hospital is progressing nicely. I just need to get the traction benches going and some other stuff, and then I can comfortably send out soldiers to train up.
Like, how frequent are the invasions?
They happen based off of specific checks. Based off of how many artifacts you have in your base, based off of how rich your base is, based off of your population count. So I'm actually at the point where my population is high enough that they can be occurring. So I need to get a military established.
And what's the weaponry that you have access to?
Dwarves can natively make spears, battle axes, swords, maces, and warhammers. And depending on the types of material, you get different properties. Silver is the best weapons grade metal only for blunt weapons. Until you get to adamantine, otherwise, you need steel weapons. And I can make steel, I just haven't due to like a resource. You need to get iron and something called pig iron.
Ah. I'm alright, I'm just getting raided. Yeah, I have it set so like every time I get raided, I just get pelted by emotes.
Ah, yeah, the pelting. It's your default emote, I think?
It's in a range of like all my emotes.
Okay, honestly, that's one of the things I can't wait for when I eventually one day get my live 2D.
Do you have an ETA for that?
No, because I don't even have my ETA on PNG, because I'm waiting for the artist to open up his commissions again. That was the set. That just wait until that happens, man. And Onika is like, yeah, sure, I'm willing to do it.
Wait, you mean Junie Onika?
Yes.
Hell yeah!
Alright, we'll see what he says when, like, he actually sees, like, my idea.
Wait.
But yeah, I'm excited for. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, he's a great artist. And a swell guy, too. So that means if Stray rated me, that means I'm watching myself. Oops.
Whoops.
That's starting to happen like more and more often. It's like I'll be watching one of my friends stream and then they rate it to me. It's like, oh, I'm watching myself.
That has only happened to me once, and that was on New Year's.
With Fire? Or was it me?
No, it's. I don't think you rated me, actually. It was Conorietta. She is an indie PNG tuber who mostly does JRPGs.
Yeah, speaking of JRPGs, I'll probably be starting like Dot Hack Infection after Chaos Legion.
Oh god, have fun with that.
Like, was that sarcastic or sincere? I'm starting to get like tired, so I can't tell.
It's a very, very long game, so like, just be aware of that.
Oh, trust me, I play the Yakuza games. I know a thing or two about long games.
I think it's longer than Yakuza's in just the main story alone in Dot Hack.
Oh no.
Like, they are very long, but part of it is because they're kind of... Some of the parts can be level grindy.
Oh, okay. See, in Yakuza's case, it's just because I get distracted by the side content.
Yeah, the side content is, like, entirely optional and, like, not super necessary for the most part, aside from, like, some characters. What is... most of the side content that people tend to just avoid when it comes to Dot Hack is, like, there's an in-game speedrun competition.
Oh.
So, and you do get, like, legitimately really good equipment from it, but it's, like, completely unnecessary. I never touched that when I played.
I do remember that, like, Picky was streaming it. Did she ever finish it?
I don't watch Picky, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, I don't watch half the... I literally don't watch exactly half the Choo Choo Boo Girls, unfortunately. Not out of, like, lack of interest, but just because, like, I don't follow them and I feel, like, kind of awkward, considering the group. I've been talked that I should try joining some of the Discords, but it's... I don't know, it feels a bit awkward for me.
Yeah, I'm already part of like 45 different Discords. And I'm trying to be active in, well, more active in all of them.
I mean, good on you.
I mean, so far I've been like maintaining that goal so far. It's like, just take the time to write something meaningful.
Yeah, I kind of have been not posting as much in Mimi's Discord because of, like, there are a lot of, like, VTuber arguments that and they're kind of, like, so parasocial I can just, like, stay away from it, so Takako's Discord is probably the one I'm most comfortable in. I have been told that I'd probably get along fine if I can be in Takako's with KK's Discord. But, like, I'd need to watch more of KK before I, like, do that.
Yeah, me too. I think the biggest problem is, like, the time zone.
Yeah, basically.
Well, for me anyways. Because I'm over here in ye old Eastern.
Isn't No, wait. Are they East or West Coast? I don't remember because I know Takako and KK live close to each other. If I'm remembering right.
I believe Takako is Eastern and KK is Pacific.
Oh, okay. So I'm completely wrong.
I think you're mistaking KK for Kyun.
You are correct. I 100% am.
Oh god. I have someone in my chat saying they have they're part of 112 Discord servers. Yeah, me even at 45, I virtually have to mute everything except mentions. Otherwise, I'd probably go insane.
Yeah, understandable. Like, holy shit, that's a ton.
Yeah, looking at my servers now, I can probably like pick out one or two that I could probably just leave. I'm surprised that that number is so low.
I think I'm only in like 8 servers that I'm particularly active in.
Yeah. But oh boy, me trying to be active in like 45 different servers, that's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah. I mean, I set it as my goal, it's like at least one message a day.
I believe in you. So like it's just hard to break that social barrier, you know?
Yeah, it is. But the important thing is I'm making that effort too.
You can do it.
I mean, I've been good with it so far, even though it's only been 3 days. It's just the other one was like, what did I say? 5 messages per stream I'm in. That's a little harder because like the streams I watch while I'm at work, I don't have much time to say anything.
Yeah, it can be a little bit tricky to do that. Ow. There is one thing I need to actually make if I want to complete my hospital. I need to get some, whatchamacallit, soap. Which is arguably the hardest thing for me to get, because you need to butcher animals to get tallow.
And how much soap do you need?
5 bars is default, but you need to continuously make them, and I don't have an animal industry going.
Ah, yeah, that's the bottleneck.
Which is why I've like been trying to get ganders, because ganders are like really good meat suppliers. They provide a lot of fat and meat when you butcher them, and they have decently large egg clutches.
Yeah, I did notice that you did have a lot of ganders.
I only have 1 gander.
Oh.
Or a goose, or was it a gander? I can't remember. I have a lot of animals that are the same sex is my issue at the moment.
Okay. That would be an issue.
The only pair that is not the same sex is not something that breeds fast, which is, whatchamacallit? What's the word? Buffalo. They take like 4 years before they hit max size.
So yeah, gander is male goose, right?
Correct.
All right. Totally didn't look that up or anything.
No, that's totally understandable.
Because I think the only context I heard the word gander is in that like old phrase is like what's good for the gander isn't necessarily good for the goose or something like that.
See, I know the term because of Charlotte's Web.
Oh man, I have not heard the name Charlotte's Web in like a hot decade, at least.
Charlotte's Web is one of the books that was pretty popular in my family, so I've read it at least 3 times. Once for personal, once to a cousin when she was very young, and once once for school.
Yeah, I think the time I read it was for school as well. Alright, I think it's time for me to like start working on this watch adjustment, so I'll be ending stream, but I'm going to still be in the call.
Alright. I hope everyone enjoyed Thunder's stream.
And let's see. You know what? It's your birthday. I'm going to raid into you.
Aw, thanks.
Alright, let's go.